Build the fire. What's good, fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers? All we loud and clear out there. I appreciate everybody that's coming into the fire flame pit this afternoon, man. What's good with y'all, man? I got a very interesting live for y'all this afternoon. Yes, I do. All right. If you're tired of all the same content that's going around on the YouTube streets at this very point in time, because it's definitely is everything being recycled, everything being regurgitated, man, for the last couple of weeks. But if you're looking for something, all right, that's going to really open your eyes and shake things up, this is the place to be. This is the show to be. Welcome to the Fire Flame Nation, man. I appreciate y'all. We're going to put on one for the record books today, man. I appreciate y'all, everybody that's coming up in the fire pit, man. As we all know, on my last live, I was breaking down some very vital, strategic information. Basically, I was alley-ooping on my last live. I was alley-ooping what we was getting ready to get into over here, far as the Pimp C situation go. And y'all know this is how we like to break down our content over here. While everybody else talking about the same thing, you know what I mean? We go and grab something else and we start dismantling what it is and what it ain't, man. And we definitely know, all right, from the very motherfucking beginning. Yeah, this gonna be one of them ones today. This gonna be one of them ones today. Cause we know from the very motherfucking beginning when they came out and told us, all right, that Pimp C wound up losing his life out there in LA. Not only did he wind up losing his life out there in LA, he was found in a hotel room. Not only was he found in a hotel room, he was found alone in a hotel room. Not to mention, they say Pimp C had blood everywhere. He was in a prayer position. Candles was lit and all kinds of weird stories that we continue to hear and hear and hear and hear and hear as years go by. All right. But we are here to set the record straight. And we here to bring nothing but facts. Not he say, she say, none of that bullshit. We here to bring nothing but facts to the situation about what's going on down there in Houston involving this Pimp C situation and what's going on, all right, out there in LA. That was also involving this Pimp C situation. Not only that, y'all, like I said, and like I mentioned in my live on the last show that I did, I mentioned that Jay Prince Jr., that Jay Prince, all right, the founder of Rap A Lot Records. That's right. And we all know the label that Pimp C and UGK was signed to, right? Rap A Lot Records. I explained to y'all how Jay Prince and Pimp C was not seeing eye to eye before his death. Not only was they not seeing eye to eye, y'all, all right? It's been said because we heard about the situation with Master P. Hit the like button, strategic drop. And we're going to prove so much vital strategic information today. If y'all are a fan of Pimp C and y'all are interested in all these conspiracies and y'all are interested in the truth about what actually happened, this is the show for you. You are right here at the right place and at the right time. Now, we all heard about that situation that happened with Pimp C and Master P, right? Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation. We all know about that infamous situation that went down with Master P and Pimp C, right? Okay, and it was said how Master P and his goons rushed Pimp C, tied him up, beat him up real bad, pistol whipped him, all kinds of shit. All right, but not only that, y'all, because I've been explaining on my last live how, like I just said, Pimp C and Jay Prince was not seeing eye to eye about a lot of things. Not only that, man, it is said, all right, and it been has said, people been saying this that Jay Prince was the one that actually backdoor and side door Pimp C with the Master P situation. That's right. It was Jay Prince himself. All right. And we're going to be getting into a lot of that shit today, man. Okay. Not only that, we done heard about, like I just said, how his body was found, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. How we going to make this connection back to the pipeline in LA. You see, when they told us this Pimp C situation and they gave us this movie and this story about how he was found, shout out Bernice Cox for the endorsement and the sponsorship of this live. Appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. RIP Pimp C. When they told us about this situation, and shout out to all my moderators that's coming up in here, all my flaming raiders, fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers, man. If y'all could do me one favor, if y'all don't do nothing else today, like and share this. Let's get this information in the algorithm. All right, because it's about that time. It's about that time, okay? To listen. This year will mark 20-year anniversary of Pimp C being released from prison. This is the 20th year anniversary. All right. And it's about time we shake some things up and get the truth out. All right. Because enough is enough. And I feel as though it's not enough people in Texas. No disrespect. Okay. It's not enough people in Rap-A-Lot Camp, Bun B, that whole UGK movement and that whole free Pimp C movement, all that they had going on. I feel as though, and a lot of people feel as though that they haven't done enough to add to Pimp C legacy. They haven't done enough. Not one goddamn rapper from Texas has continued to stomp, step, and stand on with Pimp C was standing on before he left. And everybody know what he was standing on. Everybody know what Pimp C was talking about as he came home, a different and changed man. He came home wide awoke, wide awake. And yeah, we got the features with certain artists at Pimp C. We got the compilations, the chopped and screwed and all this and all that. And in no way is this a shot at nobody down there in Houston or in that vicinity. Understand where we're going to take this situation. Because, like I said, before Pimp C died, what was Pimp C saying out of his mouth? What was Pimp C standing for? What was he standing against? And nobody out of all these grown ass men that claim to be super Pimp C followers representing his legacy, blah blah this, blah blah that. All right, but ain't nobody trying to speak on his mysterious death. Now, like I said, we done heard about the situation in the hotel out there, blah blah this and blah blah that. But it's one thing everybody need to pay attention to. We never got no photos. They never showed us no type of evidence that Pimp C was found in this hotel room. You know that, right? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. It's time to wake people the fuck up because I'm so sick of these bullshit narrators. I'm so sick of them, all right, creating narrators and saying things, all right, people acting like they interacted with Pimp C so much after his death, coming out with all these new fucking stories after all this time, and they just continue to add more lies and bullshit, just like BET. How they came out with a whole special during the pandemic. Oh, I talked to Pimp C. They got all these fake ass motherfuckers up there. They did a whole 2-3 hour show based on I talked to Pimp C. And everybody up there telling motherfucking lies. All right. But like I said, y'all, we never got any evidence about or how Pimp C was found dead. We never got any pictures or anything from the hotel room. A bunch of bullshit. That's what we got. But you know what we do got? We got the folks that went to the funeral. We got the folks that done seen Pimp C in his casket. We got the folks that looked over Pimp C, including Mama West, which is Pimp C's mother, and many other people that was close to Pimp C. All right? And the way Pimp C, they said the way Pimp C looked in the casket, all right, he damn near was unrecognizable. Like he's been beat to death. All right. But not only did it look like Pimp C was beat to death because they told us that it was what? Lean and syrup and all this other bullshit. And Pimp C was drug free. Pimp C was drug free when he came out of jail. He wasn't smoking no weed. He wasn't drinking no liquor. He wasn't popping no goddamn pills because pills wasn't even a thing really around that time. All right? He wasn't sipping no goddamn lean or none of that shit when he came home. The man was focused. Not only was he focused, we got the evidence, we got the receipts that Pimp C was drug free the whole time he was home and how he done changed his whole outlook on this rap game and the industry and the motherfuckers that are in it and how he was calling them out, pulling their motherfucking cards left and right. Not only was he pulling his card, not only was he pulling their card left and right, he pulled the Joker right out the motherfucking deck. Okay? But like I said, we never got any proof of any of this shit. About him being found in a hotel, the way that he was found, we never got no camera footage of him walking in the hotel, him checking into the hotel. Come on, y'all. Let's make it make sense, right? We done heard about him. Oh, yeah, he was with Too Short, right? He was out there with Too Short at a concert. Oh, he was this place. Oh, he was with me out here. Oh, he was with me out here. All this weird man shit. But it's one thing. For sure. All right. The way Pimp C was found, the way his body, the way they say his body looked, like I said, they said it was unrecognizable, like the man had been beat to death. Not only was the man allegedly beat to death, all right, like I said, I'm hearing from reliable sources, y'all, all right, and we gonna pull out a lot of fucking receipts and we gonna be going over a lot of things. Listen, they actually found Pimp C at DJ Paul house. That's what they not telling everybody. Pimp C was never found at no motherfucking hotel. All right? Okay? Yeah. Strategic drop. I got strategic receipts and strategic vital information that's going to shake this shit up. Because, like I said, we never got no camera footage of him going into no hotel, coming out of no hotel. We never got no footage of Pimp C nowhere in LA. That whole time they say he was there for a week. Now, DJ Paul said he was at his house for a whole week, y'all. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. DJ Paul said Pimp C was staying at his house all goddamn week long. And not only was he staying at his goddamn house, that's where Pimp C died at. That's where Pimp C body was found at DJ Paul house, right? Sound just like it, right? With the candles and shit burning, blood everywhere, right? Sound just like DJ Paul chicken wing ass and his 3-6 mafia demonic demon ass vibes. All right, I'm calling it like the fuck I see it. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Okay, now before we really get deep into this situation, I need everybody to hit the like button. Let the likes match the views and the views match the likes, man. All right, this is gonna be one of them ones. All right, we got to do our due diligence. Shout out YouTube for allowing content creators like me and myself, all right, to express our opinion and bring our facts. All right, this video and this live is for educational and research purposes only. Fair use is in effect. Everything you hear in this live is for entertainment and research purposes only. But y'all know what it is and what it ain't. Y'all know what's flammable. We fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers. And we come equipped with our fire suits. So with that being said, okay, I appreciate y'all and the whole fire flame nation. All right. So let's get straight into this, man. Okay. Because, like I said, Pimp C said a lot of things before his death. He was letting it be known about a lot of things before his death. Not only that, I was explaining also, okay, so we could get some people caught up on this situation as I strategically dropped the bomb on the last live that I did. And I explained to everybody that international players, y'all, the international players, that's right, the infamous international players anthem was not originally supposed to feature outcasts. That international players, that's right, that international players, all right, as I done did more research, that international players was actually Pimp C solo song. All right. And Pimp C got backdoored, like I was explaining, by Bun B and Rap-A-Lot Records, J Prince, by including that on UGK's album when it really was supposed to have been on Pimp C's Pimpulation. You see, that song was recorded back in 2006, y'all. All right. Now, I explained that in this video here. All right. Let's catch them up to speed. All right. Let's start rattling this shit right out the gate. I explained to everybody that we know how Pimp C felt about what was going on in Atlanta, about all this fugazi, weird man shit that was going on out there, right? Not only that, we done heard Pimp C, and we gonna go over the interview. We gonna go over the articles because we got all the goddamn receipts. It's nothing that nobody can say to deny what we're going to be fucking breaking down today. Because like I said, Pimp C was not in one goddamn scene with Andre 3000 and its international players. All right? Pimp C scene was filmed in a different location from everybody else. Pimp C scene was already filmed, all right, a year before this video even came out, y'all. Okay? Now, check this out. If you notice on this video, the first words that are said is what?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. The nerve.
The only thing I want to know is why is he dressed like Rowdy Piper?
Do it.
Do it. The nerve.
The only thing I want to know is why is he dressed like Rowdy Piper?
Okay, you heard that, right? What I want to know is why is he dressed like Roddy Piper? And I explained to y'all what that Roddy Piper shit and the Pied Piper situation was all about, and why Andre 3000 is so infatuated with this flute shit, and why he made this flute album with his fucking warlock demonic priest ass. All right, we're going to expose him, but not only are we going to expose him, as we see, all right, this video, like I said, Andre 3000 and Outkast wasn't even supposed to be in this goddamn song or in this video. This was a Pimp C song. All right. So, as you notice in the video, Pimp C is at a whole different location from Outkast and everybody else. Okay, this was filmed at a different location, and not only was it filmed at a different location, the reason why, okay, because it actually was a Pimp C solo situation, and Pimp C did not want to be in no video with Andre 3000 and this girly shit, weird man shit that he was doing. All right, he was calling that shit out down there in Atlanta. He was calling that shit out about what was really going on and how everybody was going to be. Y'all know. We know. There's no need to repeat what Pimp C was expressing before his death, right? Okay, but I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all something right quick. Now, we know that the international players as we know, Pimp C has the whole pimp moniker, right? Pimp C has the whole I'm a pimp for life. Fuck them hoes. Okay? A pimp never leave without a rubber. Okay? We hear him say it, right? But if you look at the actual video, it's actually, okay, a pimp that's not going to pimp anymore. He's getting married and the pimping shit is over with. Hit the like button, strategic drop. Nobody ever paid attention to this. Okay, when somebody get married, they're hanging up their pimping jersey. It's over for pimp. Okay, when somebody decide to get married, a pimp that is, and give their life to one woman, they're giving up pimping, right? They're giving up pimping for good, right? Right. But the name of the song is called International Players. You a player for life. Pimp C. Did he mention anything in that record about him settling down, getting married, okay, and giving up pimping? No, he did not. He talked about still doing pimp shit. But you got Andre 3000, okay, and the way this shit was filmed, the video that is, you have him getting married at the beginning of the video, actually sending, if you ask me, symbolic symbolism that, okay, Pimp C, your time is up. Pimping is over with, far as you are concerned. And we do know that this was the last video Pimp C was in, right or wrong. Strategic drop. And not only that, y'all, it's actually two versions to this video. All right, you have this video here, which I am showing y'all, and then you have the director's cut. Okay, and in the director's cut, all right, it has this in the video. The first thing that comes on, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Andre Benjamin, welcome you to a wedding made in heaven. Okay, more like this is more of an Andre 3000 situation, more than it is an actual Pimp C situation. And like I said, it actually didn't really make any sense, okay, for the song to be titled International Players Anthem, and we got Andre 3000 at the beginning of the video, which Pimp C was having problems with getting married, actually giving up pimping, hanging up the pimp jersey. Now, like I said, we don't heard about how Pimp C was allegedly found dead in his hotel room, blah, blah this, blah, blah that. Like I said, we never got any proof for that. We never got any pictures, any of that stuff. Okay. But we do know that he was out there at DJ Paul's house for a whole week. Not only was he out there for a whole week, I'm hearing that's actually where his body was found at. Okay. That's right. That's actually where Pimp C body was found at DJ Paul's house. Okay, so we're going to run a clip here for a second. All right.
Out with Pimp C like a week before he died. I met him and hung out with him in the studio for a couple hours. And then, we were making plans to do an interview. Like, we didn't do an interview that day because he didn't have his haircut. And he wanted to be fresh on camera, you know what I mean? But he was down to do it, blah, blah. He just dropped this UGK mixtape. We was chopping it up. And then a week later, I got the news. It was fucked up. But what I do remember was that Pimp C was a character.
Oh my God.
Like
Jesus
like Pimp C on record was Pimp C in real life.
Yeah.
Like that was the amazing part to me.
Yeah, he didn't hold nothing back. He didn't hold no punches.
Nah.
If he had something to say about somebody, he said it.
He told me some funny ass stories about some other rappers that I cannot say on camera. I'll tell you after.
Yeah, man, oh my God, man, him, that was like my brother. You know, Pimp C was at my house, you know, down the street from you, the day before he died.
Oh wow, yeah, because he was in LA.
Yeah,
it was in LA.
He came to LA for me. We did.
Hear that, right? Everybody hit the like button, drop your fire TVs in the chat, man. Continue to hit the like button, share this. Let's get the information out because we're going to expose what the fuck really going on, man. It's about that time. It's about to be the 20-year anniversary of Pimp C release. Okay? From prison. All right? And we got to get to the bottom of this situation or somewhere close. Let's go. As we hear DJ Paul Chicken Wing ass say, he was out there with me all week. He came out there for me, right? Yeah, I bet he did, because y'all set his ass up.
You know, down the street from you, the day before he died.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because he was in LA.
Yeah.
It was in LA.
He came to LA for me. We did, he came, I'm going to tell you the whole story. When I first moved to LA in 06, he was locked up at the time. I think, but it was close to him getting out, I think. And I produced a single for him, the Players Anthem, with them and Outkast. Three Six Mafia was originally on it, but we was fresh out the Oscar, so Sony was tripping out giving them single rights for us, but we was on the album version. So they used Outkast for the single version. I know it was their first #1 song and their first platinum album, because I got that plaque at home. Pimp C was returning the favor for me. He was like, man, you know, anything you need me on, let me know, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I want to put you on this new Three Six Mafia album we was making. It was the last Three Six Mafia album we made, the last to walk. And Pimp C was on that album. We had just recorded that song. We redid, what's the name of that song? Pocket Full of Stones, but we call Riding on the Chrome. And he did that song, and we was at my house in LA. And then he spent the night over my house. We stayed up till the next morning, and he took the garbage out for my son. My son, he was like, "You little man, sit down and finish eating your breakfast. I do all this shit." Because my son knew he had to take the garbage to the street every day, and we had a gate around the house, so he had to, you know, open the gate and take it out there and close the gate. He knew that was his job every morning. And Pimp C did that for him. We hung out to about 11 o'clock, and then I got my guy to drive Pimp C in my car. I was like, man, I'm fucking about to pass out, man. And Pimp C was staying away in Hollywood. So my guy drove Pimp C in my car to his hotel, and then he came back. And he was like, Pimp C left this CD in your car. I was like, what is this? And it was like some unreleased songs. It was this dude named 17 that he was producing. This shit was hard as fuck. And I was trying to call him all that day so I could tell him I was gonna bring the CD by there, but I didn't get in touch with him. I couldn't get in touch with him. So
okay, y'all hear this shit, right? Now, check it out. The CD that allegedly Pimp C left, because it wasn't in the car. All right, it was at your house, you lying chicken wing motherfucker. Okay, but the CD was supposed to have 17 tracks on it, dissing Jay Prince and Rap-A-Lot Records on what's really going on behind the scenes and everything about how he felt, how Jay Prince was treating him, and how he knew Jay Prince had set that shit up with Master P. Okay, and we got the receipts of a longtime friend of Pimp C saying that Pimp C had made a CD with 17, 16 tracks on it. All right, and people in Port Arthur know that this CD was made, that he was coming at Jay Prince. He was dissing Rap-A-Lot Records and everybody, okay, that was aligned and going against what the fuck he was standing for. Now, if y'all know y'all Pimp C shit, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Pimp C had an unreleased mixtape that he did. And he was doing it at DJ Paul's house. Okay? That's where the shit was being done at. And that's why Pimp C was out there at DJ Paul's house in LA. All right, and this mixtape was supposed to be kept quiet between one or two individuals. Bun B ain't even know about this shit. That's why Bun B wasn't out there with him and DJ Paul recording. Okay, but DJ Paul chicken wing ass, he backdoored them. All right, so check this out now. I'm gonna play the clip. I'm gonna play this clip that's gonna align when I'm talking about far as that situation go. It is going to make a whole lot more sense. Check this out.
I know it's a lot of. I finna let a bombshell of people out of Port Arthur wish I wouldn't have said anything, but I'm gonna say it tonight. I really believe that Jay Prince Sr. had my buddy Pimp C killed. Me and Pimp C Jay Prince Sr. had my buddy Pimp C killed. Me and Pimp C.
Hold on a second, y'all. Let me get this audio right because we cooking their ass. Everybody hit the like button. Appreciate everybody that's coming up in here. All right. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation. Let's fucking go.
Social media world tonight, and I know there's a lot of people out of Port Arthur wish I wouldn't have said anything, but I'm gonna say it tonight. I really believe that Jay Prince Sr. had my buddy Pimp C killed. Me and Pimp C, Chad Butler, we grew up in Port Arthur, Texas together. We went to middle school together. We went to Lincoln High School together. We sung in choir class together in Miss Cole class at Lincoln High School. This man dropped out the 12th grade because he loved rap so much so he could put a record together so that way he could sign with big time records. When he got out of jail, he was real disgruntled at Jay Prince on a lot of levels. He didn't like a lot of things that Jay Prince was doing. So he did a Sweet 16 album where he didn't put his face or nothing on it. And he voiced a lot of bad things that Jay Prince was doing on this album.
Y'all hear that, right? Strategic drop. Pay attention. What did DJ Paul Chicken Wing Ass just say? He said Pimp C left the album, right? Check it out.
My car to his hotel, and then he came back. And he was like, Pimp C left this CD in your car. I was like, what is this? And it was like some unreleased songs. It was this dude named 17.
Okay.
that he was producing. That shit was hard as fuck.
Y'all hear that, right? And what we got right here.
And he that Jay Prince was, and he did a lot of things that Jay Prince was doing. So he did a Sweet 16 album where he didn't put his face or nothing on it, and he voiced a lot of bad things that Jay Prince was doing on his album. And he denied that he even did the album, but a lot of people from Port Arthur know that he did this album. Shortly after, he was found dead after a Too Short concert in his room by himself, not hanging with Too Short, not hanging with nobody. Jay Prince had somebody go in that room that night and inject him with a high dosage or something. And
okay, so we here. One of Pimp C closest friends actually add more credibility to everything I was saying far as DJ Paul go, about him being at DJ Paul's house and a CD being left. And that CD that was left is the exact CD that his friend is talking about. Okay, the Sweet 16. Okay, but we hear DJ Paul say 17 or something like that. Okay, it's close to it. So that was the actual CD that he was doing, and he had DJ Paul doing some of the beats, mixing and mastering the shit. And DJ Paul is the one that snaked them. DJ Paul, the one that backdoored them, went back and told Jay Prince that, yeah, man, okay, yo, Pimp C, he made this album about you, man. Yeah, he made this mixtape. Yeah, he gonna drop it on all platforms. Yeah, he out here at my house right now. He been out here all week. He dissing you, Bun B, the whole rapper lot, everything. And I got it all right here. Okay? And Pimp C never left. DJ Paul house. Pimp C never made it out of DJ Paul house, y'all. Okay? Never made it out that man house. Okay? Now, like I said, we done heard all different kinds of stories about Pimp C and what allegedly happened to Pimp C. All right? Now, check this out. All right? I'm about to pull this up on the screen. Okay, because it was a article, a couple of them that was done in this magazine named Ozone. All right, before Pimp C's death. All right, and some sites even named this article. This is the article that may have left Pimp C marked for death. Okay, and we all know that this article, Pimp C is going in on so many people, so many rappers, everybody in Atlanta, blah blah this, blah blah that, in the third. Because like I said, Pimp C came home with a different mentality. He came home with a different vision. He came home woke, as one would say, wide awoke. And not only was he wide awoke, he realized what was going on in the industry and what was going on behind closed doors with certain rappers and what their sexual orientation was and blah blah this and blah blah that. And he was like, well, look, man, if you proud of what you doing, And that's what you stand for. What you hiding it for? Won't you come on out the closet? Let everybody know who you are and what you are. That was his main thing. He said, don't come around, try to be a G and try to be a gangster. And then when you turn around, you somebody else when you're supposed to be proud of who you are. You're supposed to be proud of who you stand. I mean, you're supposed to be proud for the things that you stand for. So he more like, well, shit, if you gay and you a part of that community, claim it. What you hiding it for? Claim the shit. All right. So he was talking about people that's a part of that community. He didn't have a problem with it, but they said, but I mean, he said that they wasn't claiming it. So he was coming out calling names and pulling people cards about how fake and fraudulent that they are. Okay, because if you are a part of something and that's the lifestyle that you live and that's the sexual preference that you prefer and that's what you honestly, wholeheartedly believe in and stand for, then why the fuck is you hiding it for? Why you ain't coming out like the person that you are and stand strong and stand firm on it? You must be ashamed of it if you hiding it. A motherfucker only hides something that they're ashamed of, right? Strategic drop. A motherfucker only hides something that they are afraid of and ashamed of. That's all I'm saying. Because if that's who you are, that's who you should be 24/7, 365. Give a fuck who don't like what I'm saying. Because this man stood on real morals and fucking traditional principles. A man that really held his nuts. Pause. That was totally against all that weird man shit. And like he said, if that's what you're a part of, let it be known. That's what the fuck you are then. What the fuck you hiding it for? You must be ashamed of it, nigga. You must be ashamed of it. Straight like that. Okay? But they said that it was this interview and many more interviews, okay? Like when he went on the radio station in Atlanta, exposing and popping it, right? But like I said, if you do your research on this Pimp C article that was in the ozone layer, man, all right, it lays out everything that you need to basically know on who is who and what is what. All right. He called out Russell Simmons, Johnny Dang, Neo, everybody in Atlanta, you name it. Okay. A lot of people not hip. When I tell you that he was exposing people in Houston, he was exposing people in Houston too. And rappers. Fake ass dope boys, he said. Niggas ain't riding around with AKs. Niggas ain't really selling no dope. Y'all over there at Johnny Dang. Okay? Buying them fake ass diamonds from Johnny. All right? Hit the like button. Hey, yo, people have no idea with Pimp C. Was letting shit be known. Okay? Russell Simmons. Okay? See that, right? Okay? Not only that, it's so much. Like I could go over this whole article. All right. Like he said, 17.5. Motherfuckers talking about they got kilos for 17.5. We know who that is, right? Young Jeezy, right? Bitch, ain't no kilos for 17.5 up there. And you know what I'm talking about. Come to Houston and get that work and pop it. Because we right there by San Antonio and we going down there getting the work. And guess what, man? All y'all niggas talking about selling dope. If y'all niggas was some dope boys, guess what, man? I don't believe you niggas no more. Because I'm seeing you niggas in button-up shirts, getting cute and pretty, trying to look sexy. Nigga, fuck you. Nigga, I ain't gotta say your name. Play with me, and I'll expose the niggas that was wearing backpacks with their pants legs rolled up back then in Atlanta. When me and Big Meech used to be off in the club, kicking it, buying each other champagne. And they need to free Big Meech. It's cool to drop a nigga's name, but it ain't cool when the motherfucking grease is hot. All right? Pimp C was on him. And I mean, like this whole article, he going crazy on these motherfuckers, y'all. All right? Not only is he going crazy on these individuals, all right? I feel as though after his death, motherfuckers that claim that they fuck with Pimp C, blah blah this and blah blah that, they ain't going as hard. They ain't going as hard though. Ain't nobody pick up the ball. Ain't nobody pick up the torch where Pimp C left off at. Everybody's scared. Everybody's shook. You know why? Because we all know why he really got knocked out. It's because of the shit that he was talking in the interview. It's the shit that he was talking on that radio station. That's right. And that's why nobody never came in the defense of Pimp C after the fact. No rapper, no Bun B, no J Prince. Yeah, he don't sound all confident when he talk about when he talk about Pimp C, like he was sounding all confident about that takeoff situation, right? Yeah, I see everything very clearly. Not only do I see everything very clearly, okay? Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, everybody that's coming up in here. All right. When Pimp C got into that altercation with Master P, all right, Pimp C was at a hotel room, all right, and it has been said that only one or two people knew where Pimp C was at during that time. Okay. So let me see something here. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, everybody that's coming to the Fire Flame pit, man. Okay.
P. Got it to an old boy, Pimp C. And Jay Prince made that call, bro.
Wow.
How would they know what hotel Pimp C was in?
So you said Jay Prince set that up and gave Master P the drop on him?
Gave Master P the drop on him. That's what Well, Master P. What's the name? Well, Master P got it to an old boy, Pimp C. And Jay Prince made that call, bro.
Wow.
How would they know what hotel Pimp C was in?
So you said Jay Prince set that up and gave Master P the drop on him?
Gave Master P the drop on him. That's why he didn't want to go to war with him, because Pimp C wanted to go to war. He wanted to go to war with him because he set it up.
You hear that, right? Okay, so this is supposed to be a former bodyguard of Pimp C, all right? Also acknowledging the fact that Jay Prince set the situation up with Master P running up on Pimp C, y'all. All right, and not only did he set him up, all right, we heard about what Master P and all them did to Pimp C. But this is where things get interesting. That adds more credibility to how Jay Prince set this situation up in that hotel room. Because we all know before you get to a rap-a-lot artist, before you even got to get to go to get to that rap-a-lot artist, who you have to go through. If somebody does any harm to a rap-a-lot artist or a mob top artist or something like that, they know what? They know it's going to be consequences and repercussions, right? Let's make real life matters, make real life sense, right? Like, no, like, hold on, yo, that's Jay Prince people. That's his artist, man. Let me get in contact with Jay Prince for yeah. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and yeah. It's a go on that nigga. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you afterwards. You see, ain't nothing happen to Master P after the fact, right? Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation. What research I need to do respectfully? 17, the Hall. What research I need to do respectfully? Because why your ass ain't up here on YouTube respectfully, okay, doing what I'm doing. You should have the gas on the floor. You should have the gas on the floor. If you know so much about what's going on respectfully, and I don't, no, I want to challenge him. I want him to challenge me. I like shit like this. Respectfully. What is it that I don't know what I'm talking about? Tell me where I'm wrong at. Tell me. What do I need to do my research on? What did I say that you didn't agree with, that you feel as though I need to do more research on? I'm just asking. Oh, okay. I just said that. 17. All right. I ain't know 17 was the producer, but one thing for sure, two things for damn sure, three things for damn sure, and for certain. All right, it was 16 tracks, and it was named Sweet 16. All right, so I didn't actually understand what DJ Paul was saying far as the name of the producer. I thought he was saying something along them lines like, okay, this CD was found in the car and it was like 17 tracks or something on it. That's what I was thinking that he said. Okay, no problem. But I just showed the receipt that it's 16 tracks that was found, right? So am I lying about that? Was it 16 tracks, right? Was it 16 tracks, 17 Hog? And was he or was he not dissing Jay Prince and Rap a Lot? Since you said it was your CD, right? You said it was your CD, right? So was he or was he not dissing Jay Prince? But he was dissing Jay Prince, though, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So why the CD never came out? And how I get in DJ Paul hands? So why the CD never came out? Why the Sweet 16 never came out? Man, 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 you capping, bro. You capping, bro. You capping, bro. He was dissing Jay Prince and all them. Yes, he was. 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 Okay, he was dissing Jay Prince and all them. So after he dissed Young Jeezy, he go and do songs with Young Jeezy. All right. First he dissed Young Jeezy. Then they talk. Then they make songs together. Then he turned around and dissed Jeezy again. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Like, share, subscribe. You know, but one thing for sure, did y'all ever question old boy? Because if you was working on the CD, which we ain't gonna focus on this too much, but since we here, I might as well just align it. If it was your CD and y'all was working on it, what the CD was doing at DJ Paul house with Pimp C. And out of all the CDs, he leaves this one CD at DJ Paul house. Yeah, I see what you're saying, bro, but it's not the actual songs that was on that CD, bro. Y'all not fooling nobody, bro. All right, and then I will strategically drop Fire and Flame. Yeah, I understand the CD that y'all put out, but it wasn't the actual songs that was on that actual CD. Y'all made it seem like it was. Those wasn't the actual songs that was on that CD. Those wasn't the original 16 songs that was on that CD that he recorded, that you claim that you produced or helped produce, right? Nah. Shout out to you though, man. Shout out to 17 the Hog, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him and everything that they got going on, man, as far as representing the Pimp C legacy. Okay. And since you're here, all right, can you confirm this right here? 17 Hog was international players Pimp C scene. Why was it filmed in a different location? Tell the truth. 17 Hall. Because if he done had personal conversations about people in the industry, all right, to certain people, and y'all was that close, I know he done had some personal conversations with you too. Okay? All right, but let's be honest. Why was international players seen Pimp C filmed in a different location from everybody else? Absolutely, man. Long live Pimp. Long live Pimp. Long live Pimp. Up in here. You hear this shit? Yo, why you lying, bro? Strategic drop. Why you lying, bro? Why you lying saying Pimp C? How Pimp C late for his own shit? How he late, bro? When I got the behind the scenes footage, nigga. What the fuck you talking about, bro? Strategic drop. You's a liar and ain't nothing you saying. Facts, my nigga. You ain't credible, bro. All right? You ain't really representing the Pimp C legacy. You cat. You here to set it and stir a narrative. That's why you over here, my nigga. Because you'll be in every fucking comment section on YouTube, on all these other videos with all these Pimp C conspiracy bullshit. But you over here. Come on, my nigga. How he late for his own shit, my nigga? Fuck is you talking about, boy? Strategic drop. You don't know who you dealing with. How he late for his own shit and who interviewing him at his own shit. Who interviewing him at his own shit. Check this out. Let me put y'all on something, y'all. Let me show y'all what's going on here. Let me show you what's going on here. Let me show you what's going on here. Huh? How he late? How he late? It wasn't no beef, huh? Why Bun B ain't got his all white on and shit, right? like he had in the video, right? Because I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Okay? Because he got off the fucking bus. Huh? 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 Make it make sense. But he late? How he late? How he late? It's a whole nother part to this video that has been edited. And what I mean by that, y'all, okay? What I mean, shout out to Indian Summer. Check it out. And what I mean by that, all right? This whole portion, let me show y'all this here. This whole portion of this video was done in separate locations, right? Okay? You'll never see Pimp C and Andre in the same frame at the same time. All right? Actually, we never seen Bun B and Pimp C in the same frame at the same time in this video. Okay? And like I said, this scene of this video was shot way ahead of time, way before they added the other pieces to the international players video. Because I tried to explain to everybody, Pimp C ain't want to be in a goddamn video with a nigga wearing skirts. He ain't want to be in the video with Andre 3000, all that weird man shit he was doing. In the ozone, listen, do your research. Motherfuckers telling me to do mine. Niggas sound goofy as hell when we got the article. When we got the whole goddamn article. All right? We got the whole article. The motherfucker said, listen, don't nobody want to be hanging around nobody in Atlanta that's fucking dressing up every day like it's Halloween. Who y'all think he talking about? Who y'all think Pimp C talking about? Who is dressing up every day like it's Halloween? Every video. Who was showing up like it's Halloween? Andre 3000, right? Andre 3000, right? Every video from 2000 all the way through Idlewild days and all that shit, Andre 3000 is dressed up like it's Halloween in a wig and all that shit. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Andre, right. The first Young Thug, right. Andre, the first Young Thug. We gonna wake everybody up. All right. We don't get everybody hit to what the fuck was really going on and who played major parts in Pimp C death and how they trying to tarnish his legacy. Continuing his legacy is continuing, all right, stomp, stepping, standing on the shit that he was fighting for and the shit that he was claiming. Ain't nobody else said none of the words in the name of pimp. Nobody. None of that shit that he was speaking in this article. Any of that shit about all the homosexuals and shit that's in hip hop and in the industry and shit like that. You don't hear no rappers, especially from down there, popping that shit like that, right? But they claim they for Pimp C legacy. Make it make sense. If you for Pimp C legacy, you for his legacy all the way around the fucking board, not just a one-way street, not just a left turn or a right turn. Bitch, you running around the whole goddamn track 4 times, make a mile, nigga. High school run. And ain't nobody run a mile yet. Ain't nobody run around the track 4 times for Pimp C yet. They said that this man died of a lean overdose, y'all. Why they lying on this man like that? Why they lying talking about this man died due to a lean overdose? And then years later, somebody named Edgar comes out of nowhere, all right, and adds more poisoning and more bullshit to the shit. Talking about, yeah, he was poisoned, his drink was poisoned, and still adding to the fact that Pimp C was using drugs, like he was drinking, like he was smoking, when we know Pimp C was drug free when he got out. And he was on federal parole, probation, getting urine samples, drug tests, and all that shit. Pimp C wasn't trying to fuck up. He even tell you while he was in jail, he ain't smoke, he ain't do no lean, he ain't smoke no cigarettes, he ain't do nothing that was going to involve him in getting in any trouble, fucking up his release or his parole. He say this out his own mouth in these interviews. All y'all have to do is look at him. He tell y'all, bro, I'm drug free. This the clearest I have been out on the street. This is the clearest I have been. Not one Pimp C picture, interview, no gatherings. When this man came home, you don't even see nobody even smoking around this man, bro. Even when he in the studio, was nobody even smoking around this man. You never seen him with a drink in his hand, no blunts, wasn't doing none of that weird shit. He was straight focused. Straight focused. All the way focused. Okay, so with that being said, man, all right, let's go over a couple of things and conspiracies that people are claiming, and people speaking their opinions on the alleged death of Pimp C. All right, let's go, y'all. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, man. I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe.
Pimp C, what happened to him?
He died on Mr. Carter's birthday.
And Beyonce just did the halftime performance, and the license plate on that Cadillac
was Pimp C.
Thank you.
Sacrifice. Trophies.
I'm gonna say this too, you niggas out there think this shit is cool, because it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been butt naked in no room together with no hoes, pulling no orgy type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you niggas out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. Nigga, if you in a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass. And if that shit is gay, and you need to get on some other shit, me and this man got nothing but respect. We ain't never pulling no train. We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting this paper. A lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man. These niggas, they flip-floppy. They pitching and they catching with these boys. And they doing all.
If y'all notice, the whole time while he popping this real grown man shit, Bun B ain't say not one motherfucking word. That's supposed to be your man, though. You supposed to be backing up every word that he's saying, nigga. You've been saying free Pimp C, free Pimp C, free Pimp C. Making money off of his name with this fraudulent Pimp C movement, but now Pimp C is free. You quiet as a mouse. You ain't saying shit. You should be the main one. Like, yeah, nigga, fuck that. He telling the truth. We ain't doing none of that shit, nigga. It's UGK. Real thoroughbred Texas niggas. Say, man, say. Say, man, say. Spit that shit, pimp. This nigga over there quiet as hell. And not only that, as I strategically drop a bomb on y'all, guess who else was sitting there quiet? When he should have been the main one popping shit. A lot of people don't know. On this interview, Jay Prince was sitting right there next to him, y'all. That's right. Jay Prince was sitting right there next to Bun B and Pimp C when this situation happened. And I know y'all like, yo, GFTV, you bugging. Because like I said, I ain't bugging. I'm about to prove it. I'm about to prove it. I'm about to prove it to y'all. Because, like I said, if anybody should be speaking up right now, it should be Bun B and especially Jay Prince. Yeah, man, rap a lot. We some H-Town, we down, we ain't with all that funny man shit you heard what Pimp C said, but Bun B quiet as a bitch, and so is who? Jay Prince. Now, I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all this shit. Let me show y'all this shit. Hold on a second. Look, I'm gonna show y'all this. It's gonna shock y'all. Okay, just go to show you what they've been hiding all these years. Okay, they never told us that old boy was right there. They never told us that. They never told us that, did they? Huh? Who one of the best to do this, man? Hit that like button. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. You snake motherfucker. So while Pimp C right there popping that shit, you in the cut. You thought I ain't had this picture, didn't you? You thought we wasn't on your ass, pause, huh? So like I said, these niggas was snaking Pimp C out from the gate because we should have heard Jay Prince running his mouth like he always doing, right? We should have heard Jay Prince say, yeah, man, we ain't fucking around like them other record labels and all that. dick in the booty shit that's going on. That's what Pimp C was saying, right? All them dick in the booty ass niggas. So y'all see who's standing there, right? Strategic drop. I told y'all this is gonna be one for the record books. I told you so. We got him. Check it out. Crab in a barrel ass nigga.
In a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass. And if that shit is gay, and you need to get on some other shit, me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never put no train. We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting this paper. A lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man. These niggas that flip-flopping, they pitching and they catching with these boys, and they doing all this over.
Look at Bun B. He's sitting there like a fucking snake. I'm telling you. Because like I said, he should be the main one backing Pimp C up right now. Motherfucking Jay Prince should be the main one backing Pimp C up right now. Everything that he's saying, they're supposed to be what? Ad-libbing. Ad-libbing. Yeah. Something. That's right. Word is born. Say, man, say something. They supposed to be saying something. They ain't saying nothing. They ain't saying nothing. Shook niggas scared to death. Ask Julio. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. All right. We gonna stand on it today. All right. And like I said, man, we gonna be exposing a lot of things with this Pimp C situation. Because there's a lot of people that's interested in this content, and I'm going to bring it. And ain't nobody talking about it. Ain't nobody going to pull the motherfucking receipts out that I got. I'm going to stand on Pimp C name. I'm going to represent what the fuck he was representing while he was here. And we know we're against the same shit that he was against. So it aligns with us perfectly. Okay. So with that being said, let's continue. Okay. To get into some more of these conspiracy theories surrounding Pimp C's death. Because y'all know we got the truth, right? Hit the like button, drop y'all fire TVs in the chat if y'all don't do nothing else. Please consider being a Fire Flame member. Get your Fire Flame Inferno badge. It's only $2.99. Get them while they hot. You can have access to all special perks, emojis, and badges, man. Thank y'all for all the love. Thank y'all for all the support. If anybody have donated to the Cash App or the PayPal, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. Let's continue, man, to get into this situation here, man. Let's go.
If you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and act like a straight up G, and then you get over here and you let any boy bust up your back.
Hear that, right? You hear that, right? And he sat there and laughed. He's supposed to be like, yeah, for real, bro. We ain't with that shit. But we ain't hear Pimp. I mean, we ain't hear old boy Bun say a word. We ain't hear Bun say a word. Trying to see what's going on with the playback here, man. Playback acting up, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, y'all, okay, none of this situation make sense, and it never made sense at all. It never made no type of sense about the things that they were telling us about Pimp C, man. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Hold on for a minute, man. Hold on for a minute, man. Hold on for a second here, man. All right, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Hit that like button, man. Get everybody back in here, man. I appreciate it, man. All right. Appreciate everybody that's coming up in here, man. Sorry for the technical difficulties, man, but you know when we start spitting that truth, you know what I mean? Because they damn sure try to knock you off your game, man. You know what I'm saying? They got all kinds of tactics to knock you off your game, man. They'll freeze the video up. They'll fuck with your Wi-Fi, all kinds of shit, man. So, let's finish where we left off.
Claims he knows exactly who poisoned Pimp C and even pointed him out in the photo. Pimp C's cousin Edgar did an interview where he opened up about the situation and broke down what he heard from a reliable source. According to Edgar, there was a group of people in the hotel room the night Pimp died, 2 men and a woman. When Pimp went to the bathroom, one of the dudes told the rest of them he was going to play a prank on Pimp. Then the dude slipped something in his drink. When Pimp C came back and took a sip, he immediately started throwing up blood. Edgar believed the story because he saw with his own eyes. The reason the autopsy didn't explain what really happened is because they only tested for drugs and not poison. The coroners already thought they knew what happened, so they just blamed it on sleep apnea because he didn't have enough clean in the system.
Okay, so we hear, all right, that a test was only done for drugs. That's it. You know why? Because that was the narrative that they wanted to go with. That was the narrative that they wanted to paint. That was it. Oh, he overdosed on drugs. He overdosed on lean, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. But in reality, Pimp C was drug-free. Pimp C didn't have not one drug in his system, not one drug in his body. You can't catch Pimp C or no interview, no picture, nothing since he got released from prison with a drink in his hand, a blunt, syrup, none of that. None of that. Okay? And not only that, yo, like I said, he wasn't found at that hotel. Pimp C went down there. They telling everybody it went down at the hotel. Well, if it went down at the hotel, well, we ain't got not one receipt placing Pimp C at that hotel. But we got receipts placing Pimp C at DJ Paul's house. But we ain't got no receipts of him checking into that motel, no credit card receipt, no statement, nothing, y'all. Okay? Nothing. And if we don't have any of that on record, that goes to show you other people allegedly close to Pimp C, all right, played a part in this cover up. First person that should be questioning about the things that we are questioning, like, okay, where is the camera footage of him going into this hotel? Where's the camera footage of him going into this room? Where's the camera footage of him paying for this room? Okay, where is the fucking credit card receipt? Where is the receipt period? Where is something that can push wrong? And like I said, the one that should be asking this should be his wife. His wife should be asking these questions. Why we haven't heard these questions from his wife? Why his wife haven't went forward hard enough to find out what really happened to Pimp? Okay? Because all the cards are decked out on the table. Okay, she has to be involved with this cover up because we heard about the big argument that him and his wife had before he went out to LA, right? Yes, we know about the big argument that they had. Yeah, they had a real big argument, okay? And it wasn't over no damn car. They said it was over a car and he ain't want his Bentley parked in the airport. Yeah, that might have something to do with it, but that wasn't what the argument was all about. The argument was deeper than that. The argument was more serious than that. And not only was it deeper and more serious than that, his wife has not asked the questions that other people are asking. And we all know the people that went to see Pimp C said Pimp C was unrecognizable, looked like Pimp C was beat to death. When you start hearing all these stories about candles, blood everywhere, how do y'all think the damn blood got everywhere? You think he just spit the damn blood up? Come on, y'all. Let's use our common sense. What do you think? The man just spit all the blood up? No. Okay, they beat the fucking blood out of him. That's what happened. They beat the blood out of him. And this demon right here, y'all, got a lot to do with that shit. He got a lot to do with it, yo. He backdoored Pimp C out there in LA. And he also was put in place to stare the narrator, just like he did with the Gangsta Boo situation. You think he give a fuck about Pimp C if he ain't give a goddamn about Gangsta Boo? Can we get the lights up? Let me say it again. Let me make real life matters, real life sense. He ain't give a fuck about Gangsta Boo. Look how he disrespected Gangsta Boo. when she died. Look how he disrespected her legacy. Talking about, oh, y'all, shut up. I paid for the funeral. I paid for the funeral. Y'all wouldn't even know who Gangsta Boo was if it wasn't for me. I wrote that song. I wrote that song. Selfish motherfucker. So, like I said, if he did his own sister like that, and we see how he really felt about Gangsta Boo when she died, you think he give a fuck about Pimp C? You have to remember, when Pimp C came home, this chicken wing motherfucker was sitting at a table with different type of demons. They already won the Oscars and all that shit, bro. All right, we know what type of level they on. We know you ain't winning no Oscar unless you what? Catching one, bitch. And we know he pitching and he catching. You know you ain't winning no goddamn Oscar award if you ain't doing what them people need you to do. Not what they want you to do, what they need you to do. So y'all think these gangster motherfuckers from Memphis, Tennessee, with all these tattoos and shit on their fucking face, rap about killing demons, demonic shit, gets picked out of these white elite people to win a damn Oscar. Come on, y'all. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We got some of the best actors in the world that never won a goddamn Oscar. What the hell they winning the fucking Oscar for? Why y'all even in that conversation? You see, ain't nobody else win that shit no more. Ain't nobody else from that culture won no goddamn Oscar, yo. It's unheard of. Okay? Denzel had to be crooked before he took it. Holly had to let a white man pop her to get an Oscar. So what the fuck they had to do? So what they had to do? Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, man. Okay? Because a lot of people don't know as I strategically break down some more shit. Pimp C did a verse to Kanye West. Can't tell me nothing. All right? We remember that song, right? By Kanye West. Can't tell me nothing. All right. Well, it was a verse that was recorded by Pimp C that never got released. Right? And in this verse, right? That never got released. Hold up here. want to show y'all something. Wait for my pages to load back up. Indian Summer said, I was surprised when they won. I was too. Okay, I don't know what's up with this page, but anyway, okay. 2 months before Pimp C death, okay, Pimp C did another, okay, article in a double SL magazine, okay, and it says Pimp C, tell him I said that. You see, when it was originally published, right? 2 months before his death. All right? 2 months before his death. But before that situation, I want to put y'all on something now. Okay.
Heard about all the stuff in the Ozone magazine. You know what I'm saying? Asking about Pimp C. What's he talking about? Is he talking about the ATL Pimp C? We got Pimp C on the phone right now. Pimp C.
Yeah, what's up?
What up, Pimp C? Talk to me, homeboy. What's going on with this stuff in the Ozone magazine, man? A-Town is kind of furious.
Tell me how you took it. I'm going to tell you what I meant.
Okay, let me tell you what the A-Town's saying. The A-Town's basically saying, you know, why you they think you dissing Atlanta. Talking about Atlanta's not the South.
Okay, well, first of all, listen to this. I used to live in Atlanta from first thing. The second thing is this. When I get off the airplane in Atlanta, what time is it?
It's whatever time it is out here, homie.
It's Eastern Standard Time.
But it's still on the south side of the map.
Okay, but it's Eastern Standard Time, ain't it?
On the south side of the map, yeah.
Answer my question. Is it Eastern Standard Time?
Yeah, it is on the south side of the map.
All right. Well, after saying that, listen to this. All my statements are my statements. That's how I feel. And feelings is like booty holes. Anybody can have their own feelings. That's my separate Pimp C statements from UGK and Bun B. That's the first thing we got to do.
All right. Okay.
Next thing we got to do is this. You got some people over there that feel a certain way that I might not like how they feel. But that's how I feel. You want to get mad at me for the way I feel? Then go and get mad at me. And a fight go with that. You feel me?
But Pimp C, why are you so mad? It just seemed like you real angry.
You know why I'm mad? Let me tell you why I'm mad. I'm mad because everybody on these records lying. Everybody lying. Everybody's this big boy. Everybody's these hardcore gangsters. Everybody gonna do this to each other when they see each other. And the truth be told, we too blessed and we having too much money in this rap game to be going to war with each other.
Right. Okay.
And the truth be told, don't nobody want to fight nobody in this rap.
Any specific artists you referring that to?
I'm not dissing nobody, man. I'm just telling you that if we don't clean it up, we're gonna lose everything we fought to get, man. Don't you see that the game is fit to lead us out and go somewhere else if we don't straighten up?
Yeah, we see that. We know. I know what's going on.
If we don't clean out our own closet, who gonna clean it for?
All right. So what do you? All right. By you saying that, what do you think needs to be done?
This is what I think needs to be done, man. Come on, man. At the end of these records we listen to, we don't get nothing out of them no more, man. We don't get no social commentary. We ain't get no kind of knowledge out these records. Everybody just talking about how many chains they got on and how much dope they sold. But the truth of the matter is this, I don't believe you because I know
I know you didn't sell no dope. And the next thing is this. Say, man, I'm from Texas, man. I'm from the game. Them prices that them boys do right now, bring some where my people at will buy it and flush it down the toilet. We don't support drugs. But show it to me, man, because I know where it on backpacks. I know where they past they rolled up in Timberland boots in 1998, and they acting like they some big-time drug dealers. Okay?
Okay.
So right now, this is what I'm telling you. Y'all want to get mad at the pimp. Don't get mad at the bun, and don't put the UGK on. Get mad at the pimp. This is my opinion. This is me. I'm talking. I'm a man. And I stand up. And let me say this while I'm at. All them people that was talking about they want to kill 50 Cent, want to do all that to this man. Hey, man, when somebody really wants something to happen to you, it's going to happen to you whether you want it to or not. And I just saw 50 Cent walk off the stage at the BT Awards with no bodyguard right in front of all them dudes that were talking about they was going to slap him when they saw him. And I ain't seen nothing happen to him.
So basically, you just calling the game real fake, and you saying that the music need to go back to some real lyrics and
music and get on the record. They need to shout out to 3-6 Mafia because y'all know that's where that music started at, man. And y'all know for a fact that UGK started the word trio. Y'all know this, man. Y'all know we started this here.
everybody in Atlanta feels like you diss them. They feel this because
they would read between the lines and hear what I'm telling them. I ain't dissing them. We got to check ourselves before somebody else check us. Because this would have heard a whole lot more coming from somebody on the East Coast or from the West Coast than coming from one of our forefathers down here.
But then with you saying that we're not even from the South, like Atlanta ain't the South, like, you know, there's a lot of UGK fans that got their feelings hurt today because they really love you.
Here's the truth of the matter. I love them too. But we got to straighten out the game. And if the statement was made in the wrong context, I apologize about that. But I meant what I was saying. Now, maybe it was heard the wrong kind of way. What I'm saying is this. Hey, man, when I get out the plane, I got to change my watch. But I live in Texas, and I can have my opinion.
Yeah,
you might not like my opinion, but that's my opinion.
All right, so everybody running around there basically telling Jeezy, because the magazine hasn't hit the stands, that you were pointing him out with the 17.5.
And the Meech talk.
The what?
This says it make the magazines make it seem like you're pointing out Jeezy with the 17.5 talk, and it has something
And
here about Meech.
everybody's blowing up Jeezy phone saying that, you know, basically that it's about to be some beef between you and him. So, like, I mean, that's just the talk in Atlanta.
And the Russell Simmons.
Let me say this. There's a whole bunch of people lying. So if you want to point fingers at somebody, let's point fingers at everybody. If I was going to diss Young Jeezy, I would have came right down and said his name and dissed him. I'm not scared of no man. And the next thing is this. They need to free Big Meech because it was down and everything was cool with BMF before they got busted. Everybody wants to be down with the plan until they got busted. And then when it went sour, then nobody want to fly the flag no more. Am I lying or telling the truth?
I think it's because they ain't want to go to jail, though.
Yeah, but they was down when the party was going on and everybody was throwing money in the club. Everybody was still down. So you got to be down in the good time and the bad time. When I went to prison, Bun stayed down.
Okay, so you hear him. He popping it. He popping it big. You know what I'm saying? All by himself. He was in a class all by himself. Everybody who had this free Pimp C movement going on, acting like they stand for him and his legacy and everything that he represents. When he was speaking on this, everybody was quiet as fuck. Everybody. Even his so-called big-ass partner that never done a goddamn thing in his life. Never been to jail a day before in his life. Never sold a drug a day before in his life. And I'm talking about Bun B. How y'all motherfuckers in Texas even give that motherfucker a pass? Y'all know that nigga ain't gangster. Y'all know that nigga ain't never done nothing in the street. He ain't never been stomping, stepping, or standing. He even got a pass was because of Pimp C. That's the only reason why he got a pass was because of Pimp C. Bun B ain't never done shit, and he still ain't doing shit. But you know what he is responsible for? Imitating a life that he never lived. And with that being said, being as though he had this huge following and illustrating that life and had an influence over the masses, all right, he's a part of the reason, okay, just like many others. Motherfuckers are dead or in motherfucking jail right now. They sitting up there living and reaping the benefits off of promoting shit that they don't even fucking do. That's not fuck up to go out there and do it. You amping another motherfucker up, putting batteries in another nigga back, or go out there and do some wild man shit that's gonna take them away from their family. That's gonna bury their ass up underneath or something. While y'all sit back with your feet all kicked up in limousines, flying across the world, flying state to state, country to country, continue to promote these lies and agendas from the streets. The streets is a myth, and this is what Pimp C was exposing. Strategic drop. The streets is a fucking myth. He said ain't none of them niggas selling dope. Ain't none of them niggas riding around with no motherfucking guns. They ain't about to shoot nothing. They ain't about to do nothing. He was like, don't believe these niggas. And they over there getting that fake ass jewelry from Johnny. So not only was he coming at individuals in the rap game, individuals in the South, because we know during that whole time he did in prison, the South was on a major run, as he even had to come home to T.I. You see, we gonna speak facts here. He had a problem with a lot of things that he feels as though a lot of people should have been said, that he shouldn't even have to come out and say it when he came home. Why he had to be the only one? Why everybody had to wait for him to come home to say what needed to be said? Why is T.I. being considered the king of the South? Why? And why nobody in the South has tested that? Why nobody in the South has stood on that? He the king of the South. Understand? He runs with that name. He runs with that moniker. King of the South, right? King. Even got a son named King. Pimp C feels though, nah, that's disrespect. King of what? King of what South? Man, matter of fact, y'all ain't even from the South. If you want to be technical, Atlanta, y'all ain't even South for real. This was coming from Pimp C. Okay, since you want to take it there, T.I., and since nobody else want to stand up and say a motherfucking thing about it, technically, Atlanta, y'all ain't even South. Y'all ain't even South, technically, how Pimp C felt. He felt as though you need to be a little bit deeper in the South. And he was breaking that shit down between states, cities, and borderlines, because he really traveled those interstates. And he broke it down how technically Atlanta is not really in the South. And motherfuckers felt some type of way. So he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is not coming from me. This is what's coming from what Pimp C said. Do I consider Atlanta the South? Yeah. But as far as Pimp C is concerned, he's from a deeper part of the South. He's from Texas. And he feels as though, and many others, I'm quite sure, they just ain't say nothing, that Atlanta is not really the South. But you got T.I. claiming he's the king of the South. Okay? How you the king of the South? Disrespect to so many others that came before you. So Pimp C coming home, be like, yo, why ain't nobody saying nothing about this shit? He looking at all these rapping like niggas funny as hell too. Because I know he had to be side-eyeing Scarface. Like, hold the fuck up. Scarface, you let this nigga take your how y'all give him a pass? Not T.I. come before the Ghetto Boys. Okay, so he felt some type of way. And you had to understand why he felt some type of way. Listen here, man. T.I. wasn't even nowhere around when Scarface and all this shit. Was knocking, man. So for him to come in this era of the mid-2000s and be like, yeah, I'm the king of the South, Pimp C felt as though it was disrespect to a lot of rappers from the South that came before him. You wasn't showing no respect. You ain't putting no respect on the South name by calling yourself the king. So, like I said, he spoke up on things that other people should have been speaking up on. Not no little flip. Shit like that. We got a little flip going at a fucking T.I. when it should have been an OG been checking T.I. like, bro, you need to slow your roll a little bit. It should have been, man, listen. I just speak nothing but the truth and nothing but facts. Okay? So 2 months before his death, he goes in some more. Okay? This ain't ozone. All right? This is 2007. Double XL. All right? And it says, even when he apologized, this Southern legend ruffles feathers, sensitive as liberals. All right? Check it out, man. You conducted some interviews recently that expressed some pretty offensive opinions. Look, soon as the interview start, they coming straight out the cannon with it. All right? You conducted some interviews recently that expressed some pretty offensive opinions, but you only apologize for your Atlanta ain't the South statement. Any other apologies you want to make? All right, check this out. As he say, let me say this. That statement about Russell Simmons had nothing to do with his sexual orientation. It had more to do with the disagreement we had. I don't know if the man likes Martians, squirrels, or whatever. So I ain't going to speak on something I didn't see. It's no gay bashing with me. It's just be proud of what you are instead of hiding in the closet. And if you fuck boys in the, then don't be trying to fuck with the girl to poison the pussy population with that shitty old dirty ass. All right. So listen, man, he kept it 100. He kept it 100. This was his views. Okay, as you see, man, even when you highlight it, it come up in red. Okay, so this was 2 months, right, before his death, which proves what? Nothing didn't change about how he was feeling, right? Nothing didn't change, right? Okay. And it's so much more in this interview that Pimp C was expressed, okay? Just like I was just saying about Atlanta and how he was expressing himself about how he think Atlanta is not the South, how he was expressing his shit about T.I. and Jeezy as he go in some more. And he said, well, do you know there's no water around Atlanta? So all the drugs in Atlanta either come from Miami or Texas. Ain't no way those prices match up. If work in Texas is 15 to 16,000 a key, you gotta pay a motherfucker 2 to 2,500 a bird to bring it back to your city. How you gonna sell it for lower than you got it? A motherfucker might be cold and go down to San Antonio to buy it straight from the motherfuckers that get it across the border for 10. You see, so he just was speaking real street shit, like from a person that's actually from that walk of life. But you got somebody on a track like Young Jeezy talking about he getting it for 17.5 and you can get it for 17.5, and yeah, I even do 17.5 so much. That's my nickname, Mr. 17.5. So Pimp C looked at things differently. Okay, so like I said, this is not my opinion. You see what I'm saying? Don't shoot the messenger. And like I said, a lot of people don't like some truth. A lot of people don't like some truth. And as much as Pimp C had a lot of fans in Atlanta, a lot of people didn't like what he said. A lot of people didn't like the things that he was doing. But honestly, let's just be honest. What did he really actually do wrong? We'll call out the individuals that claim to be something that they're really not. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, man.
Nigga, fuck you and everything you stand for, bitch. Fuck you, nigga. Put your hands on me, bitch. Nigga, I'm from the street, fuck ass bitch. Fuck you, nigga. Yeah, doing, man, doing. Yeah, doing, man, doing.
Riding slab, no, I'm talking about UGK.
So check it out, man. These breakdowns ain't gonna be for the weak at heart. It's gonna be a lot of things that's gonna offend people. It's gonna be a lot of things that may not offend people. Well, but one thing for sure, and two things for certain, and three things for damn sure and for certain. Okay, it's gonna be said. It's gonna be said because it's gonna be said just how he said it and how he wanted it to be said. And I ain't gonna say it no other way. Okay, if you want to hear the Nancy Grace story or something like that, or her version, there's other channels on YouTube that may can bring you, okay, the type of dismantlement that we gonna bring over here. But I'm just keeping it real. This ain't gonna be for the weak at heart. It's gonna be a lot of things that's gonna be said the way that it's gonna be said. All right, and it's going to be said. All right, it's going to be said. And I wouldn't say it or do it no other way. I wouldn't say it or do it no other way. All right. So let me ask my fire starters some things. Let me get in the comment section, man. I see y'all up in here, man. Now, I mean, I appreciate y'all keeping the comment section lit, man. Appreciate everything that y'all do over here at GFTV, man. So let me ask y'all a question, yo. Let me solarize it right quick. Did y'all ever think that the situation with Pimp C and Atlanta was so deep and so serious, okay, that he didn't want to even be in that video with Andre 3000, which was international players. Anthem. He didn't want to be in no scene with him. They edited his scene from his video that really was supposed to be a solo song in a solo video, and they put it into that shit. And I just explained and showed y'all how Pimp C scene was filmed in a totally different location from Bun B and 3-6 Mafia and Andre 3000 and Outkast and them. Did y'all ever know that that situation and that filming was filmed in two different locations? And did y'all ever pay attention in the video that Andre 3000 and Pimp C is not in one scene together the whole time throughout that whole video? All right. Let me ask y'all another question. Did y'all ever pay any attention to Andre's 3000 outfit and what was the reason why he actually wore this kilt. And why did they actually, the original director's cut, this the original director's cut is actually focused on Andre 3000 and a wedding. But like I said, the name and the theme of the song is international players. Meaning what? A player is a what? Strategic drop. Now, a player is a what? A pimp. So why do they have Andre 3000 getting married in the original version and in the director's cut? They added this right here to the beginning of the video. When we know when you getting married, you hanging up your pimp jersey. You're not a pimp. You're not being a pimp anymore. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, y'all, the name of the song and the whole theme of it all is supposed to be international players. Okay? Shout out everybody up in here. And with that being said, you think Pimp C wanted to be in the video with this motherfucker? Ain't nobody paying attention. And he got on a fucking dress. He was already talking about people in Atlanta and people that was doing that weird man shit out there wearing dresses, getting caught with little boys, dick in the booty ass niggas, niggas dressing up every day like it's Halloween. Who the fuck you think he talking about? So you actually think he want to be in the scene with a nigga and he got on a fucking dress? And what's the first thing that come out of old boy mouth when this video first start? I'm trying to figure out why he got on the kilt. Yeah, we all trying to figure out why he got on the kilt. Okay? Because of the situation, I mean, because of the situation that he incorporate, okay, with the pipe and that flute situation. But like I was saying, this is also a way of letting everybody know that shit, pimping is over with. I'm getting married. You see what I'm saying? The whole thing is, it's about shit, nigga. We about to hang this pimping shit up, this pimping shit over with, nigga. And you know, and this was the last video Pimp C was filmed in, right? This was the last video that his scene was incorporated in. We ain't see him no more after that. So yeah, man. Why you think Andre 3000 said, yeah, man, allegedly, he said, because I don't really believe shit Bun B say anyway, but quote, he said, yeah, I do the verse, but I ain't doing the video. I do the verse, but I ain't doing the video. I bet you ain't doing the video. Why? Because it got to be done your way, right? With your narrator, right? And that's why on these scenes, Pimp C is nowhere around. Yeah, it came out. It came out before he passed. Okay, so let's see what old boy got to say about this Master P situation. J Prince, that is.
Man, but he make up his mind to do whatever it is he want to do. That's what he gonna do. And I think if he was brought back to life, he could do the same thing all over again. I always viewed him as like the Tupac of the South. Outspoken, he could rap, he could sing, he could produce. He's multi-talented. I heard the song Pocket Full of Stones, and I just purchased a new Lexus vehicle, and I almost burnt my motor up going to Port Arthur to meet with Pimp C them and convince them to sign the rap a lot. They were signed to another record label at the time. I was really discouraged by that to a certain extent, but what had happened from that meeting, you know, was a bond was made, and even though I couldn't sign them, I extended my hand to be there for them because they was from the South. Pimp sometimes would say the first thing that was on his mind. I said, hey, man, he never really mastered that. So that's some advice, you know, that I gave. When it came to the beef and Master P, my two friends, I definitely felt I needed to step in. Master P, my two friends.
My two friends. Y'all hear this shit, right? Okay, let's hear this motherfucking liar. Because we got receipts that you set Pimp C up and send niggas to his hotel room. And that's why nothing never happened to Master P or them goons or none of that shit. Because you gave to go for it. You gave to go for it, bruh. All right? And they come through Houston anytime they want and don't nobody else do shit. Somebody make it make sense around this motherfucker. Because that's all we've been doing. All right? These niggas come in and out all around. All right? And these niggas done went up in there, did that shit to Pimp. And ain't no, like that shit I like that shit cool, right? And he give No Limit the past. Yeah, bro. Y'all good in Houston. When shit, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You are your artist. Matter of fact, y'all ain't gotta check in or none of that shit. All right. Talking about two friends. Two friends, nigga. If it was real two friends, that shit would have never happened. He would have never got close to Pimp C. You the only one who knew where Pimp C was at. But let's see what he got to say, y'all.
I definitely felt I needed to step in. Master P wanted to be respected, and Pimp C wanted to be respected. To get both parties on one accord, well, the subject of respect, that was the solution. You know, sometimes I had to make him listen to me. You know, if you see a man about to run off a cliff, you as friend, it should be your duty to tell, hey.
I had to make him listen. You hear what he's saying, right? Like he taught him a lesson. Check this nigga out, man. Pay attention to his slick talk. All right?
Well, the subject of respect, that was the solution. You know, sometimes I had to.
He said that was the solution.
Kind of make him listen to me. You know, if you see a man about to run off a cliff, you as friend, it should be your duty to tell, hey, you're gonna run off the cliff. And if he seemed to not hear you, then you stop him. You know, I inspired Pimp C to know that I was that type of person, you know, can only motivate a man to not hold gas on a situation, but try and diffuse it.
Wow. Y'all hear that shit, right? All right, so what did it sound like to y'all? What did he say? See, we all know the story. We all know what happened. How they know Pimp C was at that hotel room at that exact time by himself. Who let him upstairs? Who let him in the room? How'd they get to him? And then they'd be that brave and had that much courage to actually be brave enough to say, you know what, we gonna do this shit to him without no repercussions. Coming back from Jay Prince and Rap a Lot. Come on, man. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Motherfuckers knew it wasn't gonna be no repercussions. Niggas knew nothing wasn't gonna come back off of that shit. He wanted Pimp C to shut up. Jay was told to stand down. You could tell he wanted Pimp to shut up. That's why when Pimp was right here in this interview, no weed smokes, no drinks, no clouds. And Jay Prince ain't said a motherfucking word. Jay Prince ain't said a motherfucking word. And you know what I find strange, y'all? All right, they did. This how you know they're trying to keep the real shit away. Right? Like I said, they did this shit on Pimp C, right? During the pandemic. I talked to Pimp C on BET. You could look in this nigga face and you could tell he knew. You know what happened. All right, but they got all these people that's supposed to be close to Pimp and all this, all these different rappers and shit that they put together in. They made this show, I Talk the Pimp. And a lot of this shit that they saying on here is cat. Made up stories. Made up stories. And not only that, they got all these people in this documentary. Y'all should see it. Paul Wall, so many different individuals, right? Except the person that should be in there. All right, and that's Julia Beverly. Julia Beverly is the one who was doing the Ozone magazine that Pimp C had those articles in, and she did the Pimp C book and a biography and shit on Pimp C. She has a lot of shit and know a lot of things about Pimp C. Let me pull her up here. All right. This is her here. All right. But she got a lot of information on Pimp C, a lot of written shit and everything. Okay. Hold on here. She wasn't even in this documentary that they had on BET. They had all these other fraudulent ass people. It didn't even have Julia Beverly, the one that was close to Pimp C, the one that was writing Pimp C book and editing it, and she had close ties to Pimp C and everything before his death. So if anybody should have been in this, I Talk to Pimp C, it should have been her because she was the one that was actually there, like talking to him, writing his life book and all this shit with him. All right, she had done a lot of interviews. All right, she even came out how she felt as though Pimp C, mother, Mama West, felt as though that how Pimp C, how they said he died, he didn't die that way. He didn't die that way. So man, and I never understood how they knew that he was at DJ Paul's house, right? If they knew he was at DJ Paul's house that whole week, okay, and we got DJ Paul saying out his own mouth that his driver drove Pimp C to the hotel. He was at his house all goddamn week. The last person that allegedly see him alive is you. Then they said no, he was at a Too Short concert. We ain't got no pictures, no video, or him at that Too Short concert or anything. Okay, so I think that's bullshit. I think that's just some more shit that they spent in just to continue to throw people off. But one thing for sure, he was at this nigga house all fucking week. Okay? And not only was he at his house all week, why didn't they never go investigate him and investigate the whole situation that was going on while he was at your house all week? Why the family never pushed up on that situation? Like, bro, he was with you all week. All of a sudden, he dead. Nah. And they gonna talk about, like I said, they found him in a hotel. No, the fuck they didn't. That's why we ain't got no crime scene photos. Show one crime scene photo where Pimp C is in that fucking hotel dead. They said Pimp C ain't look like himself in that casket, man. They said, I'm here, Pimp C was beat to death. That's where all this blood and all this shit came from that they talking about. And like I said, that shit ain't happening at no hotel room. Because if it happened at a hotel room, we'd be able to see who the fuck went into the hotel room. Ain't this cameras? Come on, y'all. Everybody pay attention. Ain't this fucking cameras in the hotel? Wouldn't be able to see who went into the room. Sure, we would have. Sure, we can. Because we got receipts going back all the way to 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, where we got CCTV footage of cameras inside hotels and shit like that, and how the news was already broadcasting certain footage of certain crimes. Like the shit that happened with who? Jordan Vandersloot, right? And Natalie Holloway, right? Didn't they had a fucking footage of him going into the room and shit like that? Strategic drop, right? It didn't that happen before 2007, right? So I know what's going on. Not one time did they show us anything from a hotel room. Because it didn't happen at the hotel. It happened at DJ Paul's house. They sacrificed that man. And it was on Jay-Z's birthday. This was bitch. Yo, this was big shit. And then when they interview these goofies, he don't even seem like he concerned. He up there trolling this shit. Talking about, yeah, he was at my house all week and yeah, he even took the trash out for my son. Talk, man, somebody need to slap this nigga, bro. Like, what type of goofy shit you on, man? Tell some, yeah, man, he had just left my house. And y'all should see how he's saying it and how he looked like he ain't got no emotion in the world. Like you just was with this man all week. Yeah, he just left my house. My driver took him to the hotel. Yeah, he came out to LA for me. He came out there for me. He was at my house all week. Even took the trash out for my son. What type of shit we dealing with? What type of shit we dealing with? And yo, right after this Pimp C alleged set up, knocked down, and Sacrifice. It's when he got all them crazy fucking tattoos all on his face. It got real bad then. I'm talking about him on this screen. All right, that's when he really got all that shit all on his face. He started going crazy with it. Shaved his head. He tattooed his whole fucking head and everything. So if my peoples or my brother, my father, my uncle, my cousin, my brother was at your goddamn house all week, all of a sudden he leave your house and he wind up dead in a hotel, and you don't even seem like you too concerned or worried. Nah, bro, something up with that shit. And like I said, for people not to question it, for people not to question it or say nothing about it, it's mind blowing. It's baffling. And we don't, like I said, man, I got to keep drilling it so everybody can come, to realize, so everybody could come to realization that this man don't give a fuck about Pimp C because he ain't give a goddamn about Gangsta Boo. When Gangsta Boo died, we seen how he humiliated her, right? Man, he gonna say, I ain't coming to the funeral. I ain't going. I don't like funerals. Fuck a funeral. I paid for it. Y'all won't even know who Gangsta Boo is if it wasn't for me. I wrote them. I wrote that shit. What's the name of that song? Shake them dollars or something. He said, you know what I'm saying? He got on Instagram and tweaked out. Because everybody was like, why you ain't show up at the funeral? So, like I said, if he felt that way about his sister, you know, I can only imagine how he felt about Pimp C. All right. I couldn't imagine. And like I said, like I was saying earlier, y'all, he was at Pimp C house. I mean at DJ Paul house recording that motherfucking CD. That had them songs on it that was dissing J Prince, Bun B, Rap a Lot Records, how he is about to leave Rap a Lot Records, he is about to leave J Prince, he is about to leave Bun B, and how them niggas was fake, and how them niggas was frauds, and how they was phonies. All right? And this nigga backdoored them. He backdoored Pimp C. And the CD was left to him out of all people. That CD. Now, I had somebody in my chat earlier claiming to be the producer of that CD named 17. All right. But like I had said, he said that CD already came out already. I said, what CD? He said the CD that was found in the car that Pimp C supposed to left in DJ Paul's car or at DJ Paul's house right before he died. I said, yeah, but the songs that y'all put out ain't the same fucking songs that was on that CD. It's not the same songs. It's not the same songs. They make it seem like it is. Okay, but it's not the same songs with him going at Rap a Lot, Bun B, and so many others. Because he's about to do another part 2 to this Ozone magazine. Joint. He's about to do a part 2. And he said, when I come back and do part 2, I'm going to be naming names, Jack. Y'all know how he talk. He said, when I come back for part 2, I'm going to be naming names, Jack. And they made sure they knocked him down before that part 2 was done. You know, and who knows? It probably was done. Probably just ain't never been released. Just like we know that Tupac interview is done. The interview he done with Angie Martinez. He talking about the situation with Faith and all that. That interview has never been released. It has never been released, but it has been done. And ain't no telling, man. They be tweaking shit so much. I won't be surprised if that interview, it come out, it don't even be the real official interview. The Tupac Angie Martinez interview, that is. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, man. You know, what we did down there, the Rio and this. All right. So I think we're gonna end it here for today. You know, I got a lot of things that I wanted to get across. To prepare for the next one that we gonna do and for the breakdowns that's going to be coming following this Pimp C situation, yo. Oh yeah. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet, man. All right, y'all Y'all unsubscribe and resubscribe. Turn your notification bell all the way up. Because you never know when GFTV and the 5 stars are going to drop. All right. This is far from over. This is far from over, man. I still have so much to strategically get into, but I wanted to make sure we cover the basics. I wanted to make sure we cover the basics. You know what I'm saying? So when I drop these bombs, everybody has a full understanding of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support because we gonna get the truth out. We gonna get it out. We gonna get it out, man. Shout out the whole nation, man. Shout out all my fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers that joined GFTV in the Fire Flame Nation this afternoon, man. Yeah, Jay Prince, man, he better get ready. Bun B, he better get ready. Listen, man, the whole time when Pimp C came home, Bun B was uncomfortable around Pimp C the whole time. Let's talk about how they made sure and they didn't promote Pimp C album, Pimpulation. You see, ain't nobody really pay attention to this shit. Everybody was just so happy Pimp C was home and he released an album. You see what I'm saying? But they ain't put no promo, they ain't put no promotion, nothing into his solo joint when he came home. His solo joint had flopped out the box. You see what I'm saying? Yes, over time it has went gold now. You see what I'm saying? But around that time when platinum shit was dropping, for him to come home and drop a solo joint and the anticipation was built up on the strength of the Free Pimp C movement. His album should have been a lot more than what it was, but it wasn't. You see what I'm saying? Bun B shit sold more out the gate than Pimp C. That's right, that Bun B shit trill and that trill that Pimp C created, that word he said, yeah, that shit had more promotion and more money put into it than Pimp C shit. Jay Prince Jr. and Rap A Lot Records back. Pimp C album even had a Beyonce feature as I strategically break this shit down. Nah, excuse me. I got them mixed up. I apologize. I'm thinking about Slim Thug. Okay, but Bun B's album did have a lot more promo, a lot more promotion and everything. And he did have a major single with somebody. I forgot the artist. But yeah. But right after that Pimpulation album, then the UGK album come out with the International Players Anthem on it. When the International Players Anthem, y'all, was supposed to been on Pimp C's Pimpulation album. And this is how I'm going to prove that, and we're going to close the show. Okay. Check it. me show y'all this here. Hold on a second. Because it actually was recorded in 2006, y'all, when the Pimp C solo album came out in 2006. That's when this International Players Pimp C version was actually recorded. As I strategically break this shit down. You see that, right? Recorded 2006. Okay. It came out what? Damn it, a year later. You see that, right? Check it out. Pimp C Pimpulation. Check it out. July 2006. I told you, yo, International Players was supposed to be on Pimp C. Shit, it was his solo shit. It was his solo shit. International Players. I Choose You. Recorded in 2006. Outkast and them, they not even on the original version. That shit was added. And held back and put on the UGK album. When it was supposed to been released on the Pimpulation album. Okay, and that was Bun B and J Prince snaking ass. That was Bun B and J Prince snaking ass. Crazy work, y'all. As we got DJ Paul saying, he on the phone with Pimp C while Pimp C in jail. Said, yo, when I come home, man, I want that beat. I'm coming straight to your house. That's the first song I want. I want that beat. I don't want you to change it. I want it just like it is. That's the first song I want. And I want that beat because that beat was actually on Project Pat. Later SmackDown, I Choose You. Pimp C recorded that shit as soon as he came home. So with that being said, man, yeah, it's gonna get hot. Yeah, all them parties that Bun B was going to, that they was trying to get Pimp C to go to. All them parties, Jay Prince and them was that when he came home, they all at these weird ass parties. He like, man, I ain't fuck I look like going up in there and Bun, what you up in there for? So I'm quite sure he was. And he said some real shit. He said, nigga, I ain't gonna be in the fucking room with another man. All right, running no train on no bitch. This man see my ass, I see his ass. You know what I'm saying? And we stand there like some fucking weirdos. That's not normal shit, bro. That's evil shit, bro. But the way the world done normalized it, like ain't nothing wrong with that. Nigga, something is fucking wrong. Nigga, something sick in your head, bro. If you think it ain't. But like, share, subscribe. Always remember, fear the fire and fear the flames. Yes, he was the ozone interview, calling out homosexuals. Remind me of what Young Thug is saying and doing now to Atlanta, right? Like I said, all that shit weird, all that. Yo, I'm starting to think these so-called rap beefs, these shits don't even be real, bro. They be scripting them shits to sell records because we see what's going on with YFN, Lucci, and Young Thug. This man just put a hit out on this man mama, bro. Just shot his mama. Shot his mama house up. And you back friends with the nigga? Like, come on, man. Make it make sense. This shit is fucking comical as hell. Cause ain't nobody just gonna put a hit out on me in jail, had me stabbed all the fuck up. Or did he get stabbed up? That shit probably all was cat and lies. And then go put a hit out on his mama, have his mama house shot up and all this shit. All right, and now y'all squashing, nigga. We could never be friends, nigga. You shot my fucking mother, nigga. Fuck I look like, and fuck you, city of Atlanta, and whoever stand for you motherfuckers. I ain't about to motherfucking peace, no beef up with a motherfucker that just tried to murder my mother, and y'all know he did, and y'all ain't doing shit about it, man. What the fuck I look like? Y'all gonna snake me. Y'all gonna snake me the fuck out, which I think they gonna snake YFN Lucci anyway. Young Thug just using his ass. Shit is weird as fuck, y'all. I never seen no shit like this in my life. But yeah, man, we gonna wrap it up, man. If y'all ain't hit the like button yet, I appreciate if y'all kindly do, man. Anybody send any cash apps or PayPal, they certainly are appreciated. All donations are appreciated, man. But we about to close out. I appreciate it, man. Shout out Bernice Cox for the endorsement and the sponsorship and the $5 donation to this live, man. Like, share, subscribe. We up out of here, y'all.